COVID-19 cases appear to be on the rise in some parts of the GTA, according to Wastewater signals. For a closer look at this, we're joined by Dr. Peter Uni, the Scientific Director for Ontario's COVID-19 Science Advisory Table. Dr. Uni, good afternoon. So when we spoke with you after the latest modeling was released, I believe on March 17th, during that time you said that we could expect to see a rise in cases, but that it won't be as steep or last as long as it did during that stretch in January. Now you are estimating that there are likely 20,000 to 25,000 daily COVID-19 infections based on this wastewater signal data. Why does this worry you?
I just want to make sure that we don't have too steep of a slope upwards. No, so we talked about that. When discussing the modeling, the people's behavior needs to be moderate. It shouldn't change dramatically. I'm not sure right now whether we also see the effect of the March break as well. It just looks a little bit steep right now. We need to be aware of that we're in a completely different situation than in December, but still what I would like to, prevent from happening is that we have a really steep rise again. So we end up on a high mountain and then it starts to slow down. And the problem is if you're really high up, you take an awfully long time to go down again, and then you infect quite a lot more people that are not necessary to infect.
Right. And Dr. Uni, has the virus's doubling time also changed? And if so, why is that something important to look at?
So basically, the slope that you see in our wastewater graphs, if you go to our dashboard, is indicating this doubling time as well. So right now, what you're seeing there corresponds to slightly below 7 days of doubling time of the viral concentration in wastewater, which corresponds also to cases indeed. And what I would hope for now is that this is slowing down a bit, that we make it, if we just moderate our behavior, just react a bit dynamically and say, okay, not too aggressive now out there, that we will basically just prolong this doubling time a bit. This will help us. We want not a steep mountain, but just a relatively flat hill.
Right, Dr. Uni, now we know that hospitalizations and deaths, those are lagging indicators. So let's say we continue to see this exponential growth in infections based on the wastewater data, but those indicators like hospitalizations and deaths remain relatively stable or unchanged.
Correct.
What would that signify to you? Would that mean that COVID has reached flu-like status?
We need to be careful. No, it wouldn't. But the point is as follows. What probably will happen is it will now find just more people who are just still vulnerable. So we will see a bit of a rise in our hospitals. And that's, again, what we also showed in our models. But it should be less and less of an issue because so many people got vaccinated and a lot of people got their third dose. This will all help together with all the infections that have happened already. Now, the point is, we now benefit a lot from the infections that just have happened. So a lot of people have short-term immunity also against infection. And therefore, this hill, hopefully, that we will see will be less of a challenge compared with what we just saw in December for sure. But in a few months, when we have a bit more waning immunity and go into, perhaps a seasonal wave, this could happen. We most likely still see more cases than what we would see with seasonal influenza. We haven't just developed enough immunity yet that we would see perhaps only 15% of the population getting a flu-like disease. It will be probably more 40 to 50%, I would estimate. Yeah. Meaning, no, we haven't reached that yet.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Uni, very quickly, where are we seeing this rise in cases? I believe there's a wastewater map that looks at all the data from the various public health units.
I think that the STAR has a map indeed. We do it by region right now. That's what we're able to do. And we see it now just in every region. And I would expect that the map will turn red in many places now also in the Toronto STAR, because we see an uptick now also in the GTA.
Right. And just to highlight some of the things on the map, Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Markham, Pickering, as well as Oakville and Milton. But you're predicting that color or the map will likely change soon. Okay, Dr. Uni, really appreciate you coming on the show, and we hope to speak to you again soon. Take care.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.